Can the Aqua Marina Halve take a load? Yeah, I'm going to say it can. A little bit back heavy, but it'll balance out when I'm in the middle. So I've got camp gear in there, like fire pit, bit of wood pellets, all that kind of stuff. That's all my camp gear, bedding, all that kind of thing. Food bag, kit bag. Just me now. Hello inflatable fans, I hope you're all well. I'm out on one of my favourite little canals, Pocklington Canal. Going to camp over at my favourite lock. And yeah, I thought I'd test out this Halve because I'm considering using this to replace the Chelan as my camping boat. And do you know what? It can take a lot of stuff, it's really good. You might not have seen it because I did this in time lapse, but what I did was, before I inflated the floor, I fed these lashes underneath because it hasn't got much in the way of tie out points, and it's just so that I can hold stuff on the boat. I've done the same at the back as well. And oh look, I'm going to crash. And whilst I haven't got that quite right, it's alright, it's going to do the job. It's not like I'm going on rough terrain today, rough water. And the other thing that I've done, just to make this really easy for me today, because obviously this is a heavy load, I've got the eFin. Might as well really enjoy this today, I thought. Yeah. So it's about a 2-mile trip to where I'm going, and I reckon I'll end up travelling, I better put my speedo on, I reckon I'll end up travelling at around 2 to 3 miles an hour, and so should get there just under an hour. It is now just coming up to 3 o'clock, 10 to 3 as I record this. I think this is going to be fun. Just do a bow draw around this bend and underneath the low bridge. I'm loving this. Loving it. You might be able to see some bits of debris in the water, leaf litter and so on. That's the only thing that's going to probably stop, make me have to stop if the prop gets a bit clogged. I might have to just stop and reverse just to clear it out, but all being well, should be alright. Now as you can see, it's a bit of a grey day, but we're not forecast any rain. It's supposed to be a bit the same, bit tomorrow, same today, same tomorrow. It is early November, 2nd of November I believe, as I record this. The canal level is a little bit higher than normal. That's because we've had quite a bit of rain of late, but it's alright. And because it's so still, there's just no wind today, very, very slight breeze, but look, you get those nice glassy reflections in the water. Now I could run this eFin in sport mode, but it's only got about an hour in sport mode. Granted, I'd get there quick, so I'd probably get there in about 30 minutes, say. But I kind of want it for the journey back, so I'm quite happy to just pootle along. Did you hear that change in the prop there? Just little bits of debris getting chopped up. So I'm pootling along at around 2.6, 2.7 miles an hour. Let's just see what happens if I give it a little bit of a paddle assist. 2.9. I'm only paddling gently, as you can see, 3 miles an hour. Got another swing bridge coming into view. As you can tell by the trees, autumn is well and truly underway here. I have got the drone with me, so I am hoping to take some kind of nice footage of, autumn woodlands, that kind of thing. Quite low on this one, I'm going to have to duck. I think that's the fastest I've ever gone under there. So my plan today with this camp is to do a couple of different things. I actually want to see if I can sleep in the boat. I bought a hammock just in case, And I'm going to put a little air mat in here, and I'm going to try sleeping in the boat tonight because it's big and wide, and I thought, well, I'm going to give it a go. And so I'm going to set a tarp up above me and, as I say, see what it's like for sleeping in the boat. I've also got a new fire pit to try. So you know I kind of like that solo stove when I've been van camping. Well, I've bought a budget version of that, of one of those like tabletop fire pits. So I kind of want to give that a go. And then I've also been sent a couple of head torches by Latour. So I'll be using those tonight because it's going to get dark around 4:30. So as I say, we're actually on 3:05 now. So hour and a half, sunset. Oh, props changed. Reverse, just to clear it out. There it goes. And then back into drive. Just leaf debris. And also there are you get a lot of life underneath the water in summer here. Some of that'll be drifting around as well. Can't see it now because it's a bit murky. This bit's so much wider at the moment because all the growth of the edges has died back. Up ahead you can see maybe there's a rookery up in those trees. I have had to stop several times to clear the prop. Just goes with the territory. Another bridge coming up just round this bend, a bit higher on this one. Don't have to duck. I have to say, by and large, I've had a lot more fun with this eFin than I expected. This is bridge number Mambo. Oh, prop's got something in it again, can you hear it? Yeah, gonna have to clear that out. Looks lovely down there. It's a whopper, isn't it? You know what? Sod it. Let's give it a go in sport mode. Oh, it's dropped out of sport mode. I wonder why. I wonder if there's some stuff around the prop. I don't know what this swing bridge was originally for, but I've never seen it open. Closed, I should say. I've never seen it closed. Oh. Yep, that was another prop clearance incident. Not got far to go, I don't think. I was right. Just as we come around the bend, there it is. Look, there's a swan in the way. So we've made good time. Roughly 40 minutes. It's 39 minutes at the moment. So it's going to be about 42 minutes. And I'll have done about 1.8 miles. Oh God, there's a shed load of weed mounted up, I think, against the lock doors. Probably haven't been open for a while. Drain off. Yeah, look at all that debris there. I think I'm going to turn the prop off. The good thing is I'll be taking this prop out of the boat anyway, so that I can sleep in the boat, so I can clean it all up ready for tomorrow. But yeah, here we are. Nice! Yeah, I don't think that prop would work in this anyway. Look at that! Wow! So yeah, not too hideous, just the odd little bit of stuff stuck in there. I think there's a bit of stuff wrapped around it that's not running free, but I can soon get that cleaned up when I take it off. But we're here. Yeah, nice. So I've just taken the eFin off, and that was actually wrapped around the propeller there. So yeah, that wasn't helping matters. And while I've got the boat like this, this is what I did with those lashes that I told you about. So they just fed underneath that, which is holding it in place, not going anywhere. So that's the fins out. Got to take the seat out and this footrest, I think, and then set this up for sleeping. Before we do anything though, let's get some priorities sorted, eh? That's more like it. Right, so this is my setup tonight. I've got the DD hammock and I've got quite a nice kind of configuration here. I'll just show you the back. Not bad, is it? So, as I say, we're not due for any wind, but it's just a bit of protection. The boat does stick out there, but I've done it for a reason. You won't have noticed what I was doing in the time lapse. But do you know what? The problem is, it's on a bit of a downward angle, which is why I fannied around getting the boat in the right position. And it's alright like that. And the reason I've set it up like that is if it does happen rain, I don't want water running onto here, downhill into the boat. So at least it should avoid that. If you get any splashes on here, it should just kind of run off. What I've got set up in here is, this is the Rab Ascent 500 sleeping bag. It's down. There is a one Tigris down blanket in there, which I also really love. So that effectively makes it 1,000 fill, because that's a 500 fill, that's a 500 fill. So I should be amply warm, possibly even too warm. Underneath that, because I don't want to sleep on the hard drop stitch floor, this is a Unigear camp mat. I only bought it the other day because my other slim mat is actually at my mum's at the moment, in case we need to sleep there. So I bought this one rather than use the Keelos gear one, because the Keelos gear one is quite thick and fat, and I don't think it would fit in here well. I wanted something a bit slimmer just to take the edge off that drop stitch floor, and do you know what? It's gone in all right. I've had to wedge it in a little bit in places, but it feels really comfortable. And when I've laid out in this, do you know what? It feels all right. I'm quite surprised. So yeah, that's, well, it's a new one for me, sleeping in the boat. The Aqua Marina Halve is the only boat I've got that's kind of wide enough for me to think about doing this with. But now, kind of got to sort all this out. So it's 4:20 at the moment. I think what I'm going to do is just sort all my gear out and then sort of like set up a table with some cooking gear on, that kind of thing. I'll do some drone footage in this area tomorrow morning when the sun's up, well, you know, when it's daylight, because it's sunset in about 10 minutes. So it's going to start getting dark pretty quick. And if we're going to have a look at stuff, I want it in good light, right? Damn right! Just been to check to see if the geocache that I've got hidden in this area is still there, because it had a did not find a little while ago, but it's still there. Slackers. So I've been sent these head torches by Latour to review. I've had their stuff before and it's been pretty good. You get 2 in a box, little magnetic thing on, and then you've got only 2 settings, which is really cool. So you've got like a spotlight and then a cob light. I used this to cycle around York last night and I found it really useful. Plus you can take this off, it just clips off, so you can stick it on a magnet to something. Quite nice. I'll do a full review of these at some point, but yeah, thank you Latour for sending me these, really good. The other thing that I've got that's new tonight is this fire pit. and it's very much like the Solo stove. I'll do a full review of this at some point, but I'm going to be using this tonight, so it's a bit like the Solo stove Messer, the tabletop one. But yeah, looking forward to trying this out tonight. Nice. Oh. So quiet. Somebody walking a dog just behind that tree. We'll have the last of the dog walkers before too long. Oh, it looks like they're even turning back. How rude, they don't even want to say hello. Yeah, very rude. There's a bonfire going on over there and some fireworks. Quite a big one by the look of it. Beer part 2. Cheers. So for tonight's culinary delight, we're having stewed steak and teriyaki noodles. It's going to be a delightful slop, this one. Dog food. It looks almost edible. Maybe. Just while dinner's cooking, go and have a look at some of the fireworks that are going off. I think I've just missed the main display. It was going like the clappers. I keep seeing flashes going off all around me because it's the weekend of a lot of the bonfire displays and firework bonfire nights and firework displays. Anyway, let's have a look, see how this is doing. It's just simmering nicely, is that? Tastes great, I've got to be honest. That teriyaki stuff doesn't half add some flavour to this. It's really good. Really good. Right, I think this is ready. Right, I'm going in. Oh, this is good. This is good. Bloody lovely. We've even got pudding. Jaffa cake bars. It's got the fire going again. Where the fireworks going on? It's quite fascinating sat here tonight because all the way across the skyline there's just different sort of like firework things going off. I would show you, but this camera just won't pick it up. But yeah, so I've seen a couple of bonfires and keep hearing these boom, 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 boom. There's an owl really close. Pretty sure the owl's in that tree somewhere. Look at that going now. Way. Right, the fire pit's died out. It is now that time, 9 o'clock. I think I'm going to settle down. Well, I'm in the pit. Yeah, I am sleeping in the boat tonight. There we are. It actually feels quite comfortable, so hopefully I'll sleep all right. See you in the morning. So dawn is starting to break and the dawn chorus is in full swing. Well, it's 10 to 7 and sunrise is in about 10-20 minutes. Slept okay in here, a little bit hit and miss, but okay. I'll talk through what I would do differently a little bit later on. But I think I'm going to get up and get some breakfast so that I can fly the drone when it's daylight. That was good. Oh, time for a camp wash. Done. Right, let's send the drone up. That was fun, I enjoyed that. So how did I get on with this last night? What did I like? What didn't I like? I'll talk you through it. So what I found was I was using down last night, down sleeping bags and a down blanket. Problem with down is as soon as you've got any pressure on it, it compresses and you've got no insulation really, next to nothing. And the problem here, these tubes, obviously there's no thermal rating to them. So when my legs did touch the side, you could actually feel the coldness of the tube through the bag. Now if I'd been using my Dutch Army setup, I don't think that would have been much of a problem because that's really insulated and really good. But I wasn't, I was using down. So I think what I would do in future if I wanted to use the down is I'd bring a fleecy blanket that I could line the inside of the boat with, or some thin closed cell foam like one of those exercise mats or a thin yoga mat or a thin camping mat would probably do it, just to add that little bit more insulation against the side of the tubes. Wasn't a major issue, but it was just noticeable, and for some people who feel the cold they'd probably notice that. But other than that, I slept alright actually. It wasn't the best night's sleep I've ever had, but it was okay. Anyway, it's time to pack up, get back on the water and go. Right, I'm all packed away. That's where I was, in between those two trees. Just a little bit of flat leaf matter and grass. Got everything back in the boat. Rubbish bag, that's there. Just got the food bag and the kit bag to chuck in, and off we go. Now, for obvious reasons, I am not going to be turning the eFin on just yet. Definitely not. I think we'll wait till we get past all this leaf mould. One of the things I have noticed is this boat is considerably softer this morning, particularly the drop stitch floor. And that's probably because it's had my weight on it all night. Anyway, we're about out of that stuff. And we're off. I appreciate I look considerably more wrapped up than I did yesterday. It's not much colder, to be honest with you. It's just that I haven't taken stuff off and packed it in the bag. I'm doing well so far. Probably jinx it, but I've not had any prop clogs. What is a bit weird today is normally whenever I've got the eFin in, it pulls a bit to the left, and I've always put that down to the cable being draped over the side of the boat on the left hand side. However, today, watch this, look, if I don't paddle, it pulls over to the right. I'm kind of wondering if there's something caught around the front skeg that's got a bit more drag on the right hand side of the skeg and it's pulling it across a bit. No idea. Strange. It's very still and very quiet again. It's lovely. Half a mile in, no prop clogs yet. Let's put it in sport for a bit. See if it'll take it. It's actually staying in sport today. I think that little thing that I found wrapped around the prop yesterday caused a bit of a restriction, which is why it cut out. 3/4 of a mile, still in sport mode. No clogged prop yet. Damn it, I was just about to say we're a mile in and no clogged prop, but it's just happened. Ah well, it was good while it lasted. Doesn't sound quite as healthy as it did, but we've not got far to go. So I'm just going to run it and hope for the best. Let's drop down to drive. There's something wrapped around the prop shaft again. At a guess. And somewhat weirdly, can you see it's now pulling to the left? I think I might have got the prop cleared. It sounds a bit better. This is in sport mode again. And now it's tracking pretty straight. Anyway, while I'm pootling along, you know what to do if you like what I'm doing on this channel in terms of liking, sharing, subscribing, that kind of thing. Especially if you've got friends who like this kind of stuff too. It's always good to share. Last bridge coming up. And then we swing right into Melbourne Basin. Gonna be a wide right. But we're gonna make it. Yay! Look at that. Steering skills. Alright, I'll wrap this up. Thanks for watching. If you've got any comments, you know what to do. Leave them in the comments. You take care of yourself. Cheerio.